What's up everyone? Alex here. So how about that Nintendo Direct? That was freaking awesome. And if you're a JRPG fan, this was the Direct that you want to see. So in this video, I want to talk about 20 must-play games from the latest Nintendo Directs. And I say Directs because this is also going to include everything that was announced in Japan. These will include game updates, release date info, and more importantly, new game announcements. And because many of you are fans of JRPGs and genres in that periphery, this video will focus on those games specifically. So sadly, as much as I'd love to add that Metroid Prime was remade and released the same day as the Direct, I won't be talking about that here. Oh wait, I just did. Let's start things off with this very unassuming announcement of the Game Boy and Game Boy Advance games being added to the Nintendo Switch Online. And yeah, by the way, there were JRPGs in there. More specifically on the GBA, with Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga launching immediately. That said, Golden Sun, which is something that I wish I'd played through when I had a GBA, is arriving later. But I just have to bring this up. Does this pave the way for the long-requested Mother 3 release? I know, I'm stoking the fires of desire here. But you gotta admit, this does sound plausible now. There was also a segment dedicated to Xenoblade Chronicles 3's expansion pass. This new trailer highlighted Volume 3 of the pass, which is going to be out later this month, as well as a sneak peek at the new story scenario coming in Volume 4 later in the year. And speaking of expansion passes, there was also a Fire Emblem Engage expansion pass trailer, which details what you can expect from Wave 2, 3, and 4. For Wave 2 and 3, you get brand new Engage rings. For Wave 2, you get Hector, Soren, and Camilla, whereas in Wave 3, you get Chrom and Robin, Together, and Veronica. These new emblems are unlockable via new missions. Wave 4 is going to feature a brand new story called Fel Xenologue, and that's it for that. In Japan, a game called Paranormosite: The Seven Mysteries of Honjo was revealed. This is a horror-themed visual novel developed and published by Square Enix. This is slated to come out in March 2023 for Switch, PC, and other consoles. Octopath Traveler 2 was also shown off, and as of this video, we're a little over 2 weeks away from its launch. To celebrate this occasion, a demo launched on the Switch, PS4, PS5, and PC, with your progress carrying over to the full game. Back on the Japanese Nintendo Direct, Natsumon 20th Century Summer Vacation was revealed, which is part of the Summer Vacation series. I'm not quite sure if this is coming to the West, but we got that Crayon Shin-chan Summer Vacation game last year, so it's becoming more and more likely that we're going to see these games. In case you haven't played, these are cozy life sims that follow children on idyllic summer vacations as they explore quiet towns and get to know people. If you consider your growth as a fashionista as a form of level grind, then you'll want to know about Fashion Dreamer. This game is actually being developed by Sophia, the developers responsible for the Style Savvy series. Unlike Style Savvy, however, Fashion Dreamer puts more emphasis on your fashion creations, with the goal of building your own brand as a fashion influencer. This is due sometime this year on the Switch. Speaking of highly anticipated JRPGs, Sea of Stars demo is out now on the Switch, with other platforms coming later. The developers also announced that the game is releasing August 29th on Switch, PS4, PS5, and PC. But unlike the Octopath Traveler 2 demo, the progress does not carry over to the full game, particularly because the slice that we're given in the demo is actually somewhat in the middle of the storyline, but rest assured that nothing is going to be spoiled by playing this demo. Level 5 was very much present in the Nintendo Direct, and announced not 1, not 2, but 3 games. The first of these games is Decapolice, a turn-based JRPG set in a virtual world that mirrors reality. What's unique about this game is that it seems to have investigative elements that allow you to precisely piece together events that have happened during a crime. It also looks like you'll utilize your team's different skill sets, such as criminal profiling and forensics, and whenever they process evidence, the more they can be leveled up and improve their services. And because it's set in a virtual world, weird shenanigans might happen, such as the protagonist having his account hacked so that he's forced to run around with a cat's head. The art style reminds me of a lot of older anime, and overall, the game looks really promising. Deca Police is slated to come out on PS4, PS5, and Switch in summer 2023. While Deca Police was being shown, our Discord, link in the description, started clamoring for a new Fantasy Life. And I don't think they were ready for it when Level 5 announced Fantasy Life I, the Girl Who Steals Time. In this new Fantasy Life, players will get to travel through time as you build your island in the best way you see fit. And the last game that was teased is a brand new Professor Layton called Professor Layton and the New World of Steam. I am a huge Professor Layton fan, and I just can't get enough of the puzzles in the series. So the fact that Professor Layton is back again is just absolutely amazing. Speaking of things that are coming back, the trilogy of Etrian Odyssey games is getting a remastered collection. This collection is slated to come out during the summer, and if you haven't played these games, these are first-person dungeon crawlers. So this is great news for people who have been curious about the series that didn't want to get it on a portable platform. Well, at least it's now on Switch. Master Detective Archives Raincode is coming out on June 30th on the Nintendo Switch. This is a game made by the folks responsible for Danganronpa, but without the high school killings that were happening in that game. And if you really deconstruct Danganronpa and you remove that thematic element to it, and then you insert this kind of investigative detective element, you'll find that it actually works extremely well. This is one of the many reasons why I'm eager to try out Raincode, because I love those mini games and the investigative elements, and now we get to do that in a brand new light. Speaking of investigations, Ghost Trick, from the creator of Phoenix Wright, is getting a remaster and coming out in summer 2023 on PS4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC. I've actually been playing this on my iPhone for the past year or two, and I haven't really finished it, so it's kind of funny that Capcom has finally caught up to me and said, hey, by the way, the game that you've been trying to finish, it's not going to be out on other platforms, so you better hurry. The Ghost Trick is like a point-and-click adventure game where you get to possess different items after your death and to try to figure out like who killed you. And you do it in the most unconventional ways. So if that sounds interesting, I think you'll love what Ghost Trick has to offer. After being delayed due to current events, Advance Wars 1+2 Reboot Camp is finally coming out on April 21st. I remember playing Advanced Wars on the GBA a long time ago, and I really enjoyed the art style, the aesthetic, the strategy, and I'm really happy that it's finally coming out. I mean, the game was practically done anyway, so I'm definitely looking forward to this one. Another surprise is the announcement that Baten Kaitos 1 and 2 are getting an HD remaster, and it's coming out in summer 2023 on the Nintendo Switch. Baten Kaitos is one of those RPGs that I completely missed when it was first released, and so I'm really excited to be able to finally play this pair of classics. And last but certainly not least, Atelier Marie, the Alchemist of Salzburg, is coming out this summer for Switch, PS4, PS5, and PC. And this is an actual remake of the original game that was only announced on the Japanese Direct. Y'all know that I'm a huge Atelier fan, and the fact that this was never released on the West is an even bigger deal. And if you're watching the trailer right now, it is so gorgeous, it's so beautiful, like I like the chibi art style, and it modernizes it in a way that still honors the original version. And that, my friends, are 20 must-play games from the latest Nintendo Direct. Now, I want to hear what you think. What were the games that really caught your attention and made you want to play them right now? Post your thoughts in the comments below and let's talk about it. Thanks for watching, everyone, and I'll see you in the next video.